Hello and welcome, and in today's video I would like to talk about the cost of maintenance for this bike if you take the bike to the dealer. These bikes, like most Hondas as far as I know, have a maintenance interval of 12,000 kilometers. So when you buy a bike, after 1,000 you have like running in maintenance, you change oil and check all the nuts and bolts and everything is fine. And then next one is 12,000 and then it's 24, 36 and so on. So every 12,000 it is intermediate maintenance, and 24,000 hours is a big maintenance where you do your valve clearances and cooling water change and all these kind of things. So my bike is from 2021. Now in 2025 I've driven more than 24,000 kilometers, so it was time to have it serviced. I thought I will do the service myself because I have the workshop manual, I have the tools, I can do the job and no problem. But because Honda at the moment has a recall for these bikes for the wire harness of the handlebar switchgear, there is something wrong with the connectors that may give poor contact or something like that. So I thought instead of doing the maintenance myself, I will take the bike in for the recall and also do the service in the same time. So that is what I've done. Talk about the cost of the service. And here is the bill from my service. Altogether 667 euro 72 cents. My bike had 25,143 kilometers at the time. And here is a list of things that was done. Valve clearances were checked, therefore head gasket is put new. Oil was changed together with the oil filters, so you have oil and oil filter for the engine and the oil filter for the gearbox. And then you have two drain plug washers because this engine has two oil drain plugs. Then of course the coolant was changed, so the coolant is here. The brake fluid was changed. My rear brake pads were worn out, so also the rear brake pads were replaced. And then you can see two last rows are a service pack. I'm not sure exactly what's in it. And then is the working hours of the Honda's engineer, 4.5 hours, 218 euros altogether. And these prices on the right are without the tax, so here is cost, the tax and total amount. It is quite expensive, to be honest, and that is a reason why I wanted to do the job myself. But like I said, because of the recall, 24,000 kilometer service, and because I had a fall with the bike, I wanted to take it in, so if there is something wrong with the frame or something like that, they can see it and repair it. But luckily everything was fine. Only two things that came back from the maintenance that I have to pay attention to, but they did not fix it because it's not part of 24,000 kilometer service, is the rear tire. It's almost worn out, that I know, and I will replace the tires. And another thing was the front fork. The left one has a slight oil change, and now in 24,000 hours it's a second time that the fork seal has started to leak on the same fork. And they said that they could fix it for extra money, of course, but I didn't want them to fix it because they will open, change oil, change all the seals, put it back together, but they will not check if the fork leg is straight. Maybe it's slightly bent, and that's why it's not sealing very well. So I will have it checked over the winter if everything is right there or not. But for the rest, the bike was good condition, no further remarks, and the recall item was also performed, and it's a two-part recall. So at first you take your bike in and they fix the cable harness better, and then they said somewhere in 2026, probably in spring, latest in summer, they will call the bikes in again, and then the switch gear together with the wire harness will be replaced as well. So if you have this bike and you haven't heard about this recall, please contact your dealer. At least in my country it's active recall, and have it checked out as well. So that is what I wanted to talk about in this video, about the maintenance, and wanted to show also how much it cost, and not because I want to brag that, oh, I did so expensive maintenance. No, not at all. Usually I do my previous bike, I did the maintenance myself, and this bike also, the 12,000, I did it myself. But just because so many things at one time, I thought I better take it in, that I'm sure that everything's fine. Everything was fine, so I continue doing the maintenances myself. But just to show that if you buy a great bike, you love the bike, but if you only service it in a dealer, you are going to pay quite a lot of money for it. So this is what I wanted to talk about. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in my next videos.